Hello, YouTubers and all of those who happen to watch. Hope you guys all said happy birthday to Wolfenstein 3D, which is one of the founding fathers of history, even though a lot of people consider Doom the founding father of the general history of first-person shooters. But, nonetheless, today's video is about some apologies, as well as a couple of periodical pickups. Now, the apology, even though I don't think they would really want it per se, but what happened was, well, this memory card you see right here inside this camcorder, even though you can't quite see it, we'll just pretend it's in front of my hand here. Well, the memory card I had in this camera, some strange reason, all the stuff on it got formatted. So I'm just sitting there because I have a bunch of footage from like random stuff, such as a review for, doing the 10-in-1 plug-and-play, my birthday cake I had, which was like a couple seconds of footage, which I would upload on Facebook, and I was just like, kind of thing. So I was quite upset because it had one of the videos I opened up a package I got from Baer, which is a friend of mine's as well as Strictly Sega's or Charlie's, and I was said a lot of heartfelt things, so I'm gonna have to do it again. So okay, Strictly Sega was offered a controller. Now this controller was offered by Baer, which is a friend of mine and a friend of his, and Charles was like, well, I already got one of those, so why don't you send it to Danny, because he wants one. So then Bear's like, yes, let's do it like that. Save him on shipping, etc., etc. So he goes, so I give him the address, they put this action as plan and transaction, and before you know it, it comes to me, and now I'm the proud owner of a Sega Saturn 3D controller, which is a really awesome controller. I played it thoroughly. And it's an awesome device. It just feels more comfortable than an actual gamepad. I mean, the gamepads you get for the Sega Saturn, that is. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're nice controllers for the normal gamepads. But this, I wish they could have done this for a actual gamepad instead of the other ones. But, beggars can be choosers, and it might have survived a little bit longer for a system. Or they could have actually sucked up their will and just imported every freaking Japanese game they had in their library, except for the adult ones. Even those probably would have sold more, though. But but I digress. Fantastic controller. A big thank you to Baer as well as Strictly Sega. These guys were awesome enough to consider me and send this along. It's a good controller. Every time I'm done using it, I'll probably slip it very carefully back into the box. Keep the box displayed. When I want to play it, I just take the box down, go. Just. My bigger question is, what the hell? Now, this is the controller, right? Now, this side right here, it's supposed to come off when you pull this clip up and it slides out. My question, anyone who actually owns the controller knows a lot about it. What the hell is that for? What the hell does it do? Because I was looking at it and I was just like, what the fuck is it? Kind of thing. I mean, I know how there's like fail-safe switches or fail-safe injection things like on the Xbox 360 controller, where if you pull the control cord too hard, it will slide out of the socket and won't be able to, obvious. It'll like be, safe for anyone's hand fondling of sorts. But I don't understand what that's for. But I mean, the controller itself, the 3D control pad, is just an awesome controller. I like it a lot. I mean, I just need to find more games from the Sega Saturn library that actually were compatible with it. But nonetheless, it's a good controller. Next items I got here for periodical pickups now these are something I got. Well, it's 3 of these here I got really cheap. This one I got semi-cheap. This one, but anyway, I finally got myself a copy of Darksiders. Finally did. And I gotta say, it's a really awesome game. There's some parts that kick my ass because I'm getting slow in my old age, and I mean, irony, I could play decently on a first-person shooter on the 360, but when it comes to these games nowadays, I'm just slow and sluggish. But controls are great, characters are cool and lovable. I mean, you just have this dark atmosphere to just keeps on coming at you, and you're like, come at me, bro. But anyway, got some new 3DS games. As I say this, a lot of folks who enjoy the Nintendo 3DS are probably salivating at the foam, at the mouth. But these are ones that, have been out for a while, and, aren't as amazing, but it's a good game to own on the 3DS if you want to get, your fill of games to play. Now, first one I got here is Rabbids Travel in Time 3D. It's not as bad as everyone kept on trying to tell me. I was playing it. It's actually fun. I mean, it's meant for freaking kids, and it's supposed to have this in-depth, detailed story plot. I mean, it's for kids for F's sake, so, you get costumes, and you get, hats and costumes, and you go through these long levels and short levels and short levels and long levels. I mean, the mechanics aren't perfect. I mean, so weren't most of the platformers I loved when I was younger. I mean, it's just this example. I mean, it's a good game. It's more dedicated towards kids who are getting Nintendo 3DS. I mean, like you're supposed to give them Call of Duty off the bat and go, this is the best game ever made, and pretend this is Call of Duty. Play that, okay, and what can you do? Next one here is Rayman 3D. This is pretty much Rayman 2, and I mean, it's a good game. I liked Rayman 2 when I played on the PC. I got no gripes with it whatsoever. I didn't have it in my collection because I double checked. I fine-tooth combed my entire wall of games in the closet. I was looking around going, okay, do I have this one? Do I have this one? And I was looking, and I was like, I saw a backup copy of the Rayman 2, which was the, just in case our old copy would have broken. I guess my brother either sold it in a bundle or it was gone. I don't remember at this point anymore. But, for the Nintendo 3DS, could play it for a couple minutes on the go, because, the battery life on the Nintendo 3DS is kind of short. But, nonetheless, it's fun. It's just how I remember it. Literally, just how I remember it, because the graphics are almost identical. A couple slight enhancements here and there, but it's really the same freaking game. I mean, was not a bad game, so you're going to hear that from me. Next game here, which a lot of people were saying was way too easy, I find it just right because it's kicking my ass thoroughly, and that is Shinobi. Shinobi for Nintendo 3DS. It looks great, plays fine, but I'm terrible at it, and it kicks my ass quite thoroughly. So, I mean, that's good. It means it'll keep me challenged for a while. So, I mean, I'm not playing on the easiest difficulty. I'm playing it like on medium. Medium you can go. I mean, I'm not going insane because I have a limit of how much my ass can get kicked in within a year. My quota was getting reached when I was playing this game. So, it's still a great game. I like it. And if you love Shinobi, it's just like the other games. It's probably going to be a little bit easier for you. But for me, it was kicking my ass. And I was enjoying it. Had a cool horsey scene as well. Next game I got here was actually a generic case, and that is Mega Man ZX. Now, again, it's a pretty good game. It's fun. It's just like Metroidvania, so there's no gripes there. And Metroidvania style games are usually great to me anyway, as biased as that sounded. But anywho, with a lot of backtracking, a lot of fun, characters are quite nice to look at and play, and the animations are smooth, so definitely worth the investment. Though the generic case kind of annoyed me. So, okay, the last game I got here is actually something a lot of people in the community are looking after or sought after for the PS3. And, my girlfriend swooped down on it for me, and she was just like, what's that? And I was like, huh? And she goes, here you go. And I'm like, thank you. And she got me Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams collection of the PS3. She got this super ass cheap, so it wasn't like she just, paid, Rockefeller money for it. Even though it's like, she just said, here you go, enjoy, and I do have to get her something nice as well in return, because, it's sort of that exchange rate there. You have to give to get a little kind of thing. And so, big thank you to Madison, my girlfriend, and, well, that's closing out this video by saying probably going to do a couple bits of gameplay for this, probably. I'm not decisive which one I want to try out first, so I've heard that Pinbot as well as Jive was actually quite good, so we're going to try those out. But yeah, folks, take it easy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and flip my flippers. Oh, man.